What's up, guys? So welcome to another episode of Hair Chopperz Podcast Radio.
Hair Chopperz Podcast.
Hosted by yours truly, Brian the Barber Official, Ilfield the Barber, and Keno the Barber. So what's up? So today we got a very special segment for you guys. So today is very special for you business owners. It's all business talk. So we're gonna we got two special guests here, and both of them are business owners as well. So we're gonna have a lot of input. So you guys who are upcoming to want to own a business, want to get into the barber industry, and see the input between booth rent, percentage, or salary. So this is great for y'all. You guys got any input? Phil here is also a barbershop owner as well. So this is also a great guy to bring up on this topic as well.
Thank you. I'm going to bring up a lot of things.
I used to own a barbershop, but hey, fortunately, I had to sell it, and now
I'd rather work as a barber.
Now it's what Jack got right there.
I'd rather work as a barber, less responsibility.
Yeah.
in good hands, Keno.
Just like Allstate. Yeah. I'm in good hands.
Listen, you see all the big boys in the building? You see how Chef's here? Bri, myself, Keno, Mach.
Gabi.
Listen, they showed up today and I was still cleaning. So it's like we're gonna get into all of that today.
I'm over here sharing.
All right, so what's the first segment? You want Macho right here, Mach? You wanna?
Yeah, let's get Macho. All right, so we got Edgardo Ramos
Take
from
my seat.
MVP Performance Barbershop.
MVP!
He is the owner
Macho
and founder of that shop. So we're gonna want him in here.
Yeah, it was gooding. El Boss.
Okay, there we go. All right. So they call him Macho, but his nombre de pila, his real name. So they call him Macho, but his nombre de pila.
We are live right now, so I'm sorry.
So Edgardo, just from your point of view as a business owner, what are the basics to get into the business? Like as far as location, looking for location, how many chairs, whether you like booth rent, percentage, or salary. What's your point of view on that side to get started on the business?
Well, to get started as a business, you gotta grind. You gotta grind hard. You know, nothing comes easy. You gotta work hard. You gotta have clientele, because you can't just start up a business without having no clientele. As percentage wise, any owner would like percentage, you know what I mean, instead of booth rent. But you know, sometimes it's not fair to the people that work with you.
Yeah.
So they got to eat too. So yeah, exactly. And we all try to work as
what
a
what are
family,
the pros and cons on percentage?
Well, percentage it works out if you don't have a lot of clientele.
Okay.
Because you don't have to worry about, damn, I got to come up with 150 or 200, whatever the case may be, they be charging. With the percentage, you whatever you work, you split that with the owner, and you could go home happy, like, I made a couple of dollars and I don't owe him 150, or I might not have at the end of the week, I might not have it. So you ain't got to worry about those things. You know what I mean?
All right, guys. Towards that, he's saying towards that point is that some days are slow in the barbershop. Yep. Some days you might cut 5-6 heads, and that's the rest of your day. As far as booth rent, do you prefer booth rent or do you prefer percentage in your establishment?
Well, like I said, I mean, as an owner, percentage is more favorite to me, but thank God all the people I have, they're able to pay their rent. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I mean, but as an owner, I'd rather prefer percentage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. For some of you, most of you know me out there. Everybody in every angle that's tuning in. I used to work in New York, so I worked in Manhattan. Most of Manhattan barbershops pay salary. So I know most of you don't or never heard of salary pay. So salary pay in New York is what you're gonna get paid a day. Some people might jerk you and say 120 a day. That's not enough for a barber. That means you're probably gonna be working 5 to 6 days a week, and you're probably gonna be making $500 to $600, including your tips. But you can actually make more doing percentage or working on booth rent. Because as a barber, it benefits you more because, you know, we all got families, we got mouths to feed, we got bills to pay. So it kind of benefits you all guys. So apart from that, Macho, what in your establishment, what is most important for you to keep your clientele coming to your shop in order for you guys to keep working on a 7-day week basis?
Well, we work 5 to 6.
Oh yeah, I forget. I'm in Connecticut.
we work 5, and depending on the holidays, 6. We work from anywhere from 9 to 7:30. You know, we try to treat people good. You know what I mean? Try to treat our clients good. Make sure that when they come in the barbershop, they feel welcome. They feel like, you know, like family.
Like family.
You know what I mean? And you know, Kino works with me. He know from day one.
That's one thing that I gotta give it to him. Not just because he's here, but being on a shop so well organized, clean. I mean, you could go into Google and search for MVP Barbershop, and you will see the comments that people have put in there. And another thing is that I've been a barber for 13 years, and all my clients are with me, and I want a safe environment, and I want a nice place. And that's one thing I got to give it to him, that all my clients are very happy with the place, the people. We all get along with each other. We all work together. And, you know, to have people like him, even though I've been in the game for 13 years, I'm still learning. And to have somebody to teach me how to modify a blade or how to use this and that, you know, it's real nice. It's not everything is about helping each other out. And
Yeah,
I really, you know, appreciate it.
Yeah, and the thing is, you know, make sure that the people that work with you, like they get along. You know what I mean? Yeah. And they have that bond. Because sometimes you can always I could have 5 or 6 barbers in my barbershop, but sometimes the people don't gel. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that could hurt the barbershop, because the people who started with you might not be happy with that one person you brought in that will spoil the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gotta have people that want to work hard, that want to do the same thing that you do, not just cut heads, get that money, and be in and out of the barbershop.
Like help you create your vision.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You gotta have people that want to do these things. You know what I'm saying? They want to be at the shop. That's gonna make your brand bigger. You know what I mean? Because like I said, there could be always that one bad potato come in and spoils everything, and then I will lose 2 or 3 other barbers just because of that one barber. So I'd rather have 2 good dudes with me than have 5 or 6 people that I don't even like or that I don't even get along with. I mean, don't get me wrong, I give the opportunity to anybody that come in my doors, you know what I'm saying? But I'd rather keep it simple, basic, couple of people that could bond.
And make money together.
And make money, you know what I mean? And everybody make money.
Exactly. All right, Phil, you got some questions for him on your part?
I did, and I forgot what it was. I truly did.
You lost the string?
You said something about... Man, I forgot. Wait, when it comes back, I'll ask you something, man.
He's buffering right now.
Yeah, I am. I'm definitely buffering. I'm on that.
How long have you been an owner for, Macho?
I've been an owner about 5 going on 6 years.
What was your barbershop before you became an owner?
I wasn't an owner before. I was sort of managing a barbershop. You know, it was called Edge Masters before. Shout out to Edge Masters. They gave me the opportunity. And when I first came from Puerto Rico, they opened their arms to me, and I was able to perfect my craft there. You know what I mean? And I learned a lot from everybody, you know, because you always could learn something from somebody. You know what I mean? Phil was there at one point, you know. Gavi was there at one point, you know. June, Lou, My boy Toothless. Yeah, you know.
Toothless. That's so interesting.
Yeah, that's my dude right there.
All right. So apart from that, what do you recommend for guys right now who are looking to get into the business and have a shop? Do you recommend to start off more small? Because I see certain guys that really go big and they do a 10, 15 chair barbershop going to the extreme, and then down the line you see them down the line later, and it just fails.
They do.
You know. So do you recommend for them to start off big or start off small, and then just build the brand from that?
Listen, it really depends on your vision, your work ethic, but me personally, I say start off small. Start off small because it's hard to find good barbers. It's hard to find good barbers that want to work. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of money. There's a lot of money that you have to invest on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Because every day you're spending money. As soon as you get out of your house, you're spending money. You know what I mean? You buying detergents, you're buying stuff to clean, to maintain the barbershop, light, gas. And a lot of people don't see that, but it's a fact.
And the stress of people, what happened to Jay Majors last week.
Breaking
into your shop and all that stuff, it's
insurance is a very important thing for businesses because like last podcast we was talking about Jay Majors had a live it was like 3-4 in the morning. They had broke into his shop, so good for him that he had insurance and he was able to repair his windows really quick. But that's the responsibilities of being a business owner too. You have to look out for that. People, you're gonna have people that are gonna do stupid things and they're gonna break into your business, break a glass. You have an ATM in there, stuff that you got to worry about. So I recommend that if you have a cashier, don't put it close to the door. You should never put it close to the door. Put it more towards the back of the business so you can keep it safe and always keep an eye on it.
You got to know your locations too.
Yeah.
You as an owner, you got to know what you putting yourself into, where you getting yourself into. You know what I'm saying? Thank God to this day, nothing have happened to my shop. I got good people around. I got people that when I'm not there, they looking out for my barbershop. You know what I'm saying? They looking out for it. You know what I mean? Hardcore. But that has a lot to do with it. You can't just say, oh, I'm gonna put up a barbershop here, and you don't know the area. You got to look into these things too. There's a lot that goes into that. There's a lot goes into location of traffic. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
to build your barbershop.
Yeah, you want a lot of foot traffic.
And, all kind of traffic.
Exactly.
It don't matter, but you gotta go in there with your mindset that you know what you're getting into. You know the area, because if you don't know the area, people don't know you. And some people don't even care about what you're trying to do. You know what I mean? Even though you're trying to do something, bring something good to the neighborhood. Some people just don't care. But you gotta, and build relationships around too.
And maintain that positivity always.
Yeah, you gotta maintain that and be good with people around your neighborhood, because when you're not there, those are the people that's gonna take care of your barbershop.
So Kino, you've been working with Macho for quite some time. How is it working with him?
Man, it's been the best. I mean, like I said before, this guy has helped me a lot, and let me work at his shop, and it's been like a family, and we treat each other the right way, and I'm glad that he's letting me do my online business in the shop, and a lot of people sometimes they don't allow that.
Do that,
yeah, they always want something, but it's true. Everybody wants to win something or wants to earn something out of anything. But what I did was I put them with me. Let's do business all together. Not just me making money and getting all the clients or whatever. No, I'm in his shop. I'm gonna promote his shop. I'm gonna promote him. I'm gonna help each other out. Like I said, I mean, it's been the best.
Treat it like it's yours, man.
Yeah, always.
Exactly, yeah.
And I just want to say thank you, because he's been there since day one.
That's what we're here for. Respect.
Even before I was working with him, it's been the best, man. And
We still had a relationship before he, he came to my shop. We was.
So as far as y'all working together, for the near future, let's say the next 5 years or so, we would like to see them grow and help them grow to have their own establishment.
Of course, that's the goal. That's everybody's goal. No matter what they tell you, some people tell you, "Oh, the business ain't for me" or whatever. But that's the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Go ahead.
This is what I was gonna ask you. How you feel about these young barbers, right? That just finished school and already, like right away, just want to open up a shop without like knowing anything, like at all.
That's the worst.
Just instead of like being like, you see, like you own a shop, right? So if somebody gets a license, come work for you for like even 6 months, just to learn the ways, and you teach them. How do you feel about barbers that don't do that? Like, it's always good to start, but
it's always good to start somewhere. Like as soon as you get your license, the smartest thing to do is surround yourself with good barbers. Because when you go to school, it's good because they teach you all the, chemicals and all the sanitary stuff. But they're not really teaching you how to cut hair. They're not teaching you that you're going to have 10 picky customers.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? They're not going to teach you that. And barbers like, Phil, Kino, Gav, all of us, together, we've been through all that on our way up. You know what I'm saying? So why not learn from a dude that been in the game for a while? Of course, like I said, the goal is to have your own, you know what I mean? To create your own label, your own brand.
Exactly.
But, you got to be a student of the game too. You got to learn from the good ones, the people, the real good barbers. Not meaning the best barber, that give you the best haircuts, but, overall. A barber that
cleans,
that do everything. He
wipes the station down.
Wipe the station down. Keeps greets the people who come in. Everything.
Social,
everything, business all around. Business savvy all around. Because if you just coming out of school and jump into a barbershop, good luck with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck with that.
That's something that barber school should start doing. They should start really training folks in order to look what they're owning, but not only just owning businesses, because you have to start as a barber. You got to start from the bottom up, because you got to know the business from that chair and out, and to know the whole business and everything that comes through that door and everything you have to just look forward to. They should start doing that. A couple of business classes there. I remember I went to Puerto Rico and I went to Instituto de Banca y Comercio. I took a 1-year course. And you know what? That's one of the best schools, I think, that teaches
facts
barbering, because they don't only teach you barbering, but they teach you barbering and cosmetology. And I learned how to do women's hair. I learned how to do manicures and pedicures. Before I learned all that, and even cutting hair, because they give you classes on how to cut hair. Before they do that, they teach you the history of barbering. I had a business class that they taught me the business of what it is to be in this industry. So when I came here to the States, I went to this school, American Barber Institute in New York, which is on 36th and 5th now. And let me tell you, I just saw barbers there just cutting hair, and I would see what they were doing, and it was just sad to see, because the teacher was off doing something else. The director of the program, which I was talking to, because I was talking to him to transfer over my license here to the States, and he was off doing something else too. So I'm just like, what's going on here? What are they teaching these guys? It was sad to see, because they're just picking random people off the streets and just they thinking they're barbers already, And then after they do that, they accomplish their apprenticeship hours or whatever, and they get their master barber's license. Then they get thrown out to the streets, and then they think, oh, I'm the greatest barber, and then I'm going to the shop. Meanwhile, you're getting fired from each shop because of what you're doing, because you don't know what you're doing yet.
You don't know what you're getting into.
Exactly.
Another thing I wanted to say, like, when you're a young barber, one of the first things you should do is learn your clippers. You have to learn your clippers. You got to learn how to adjust them, because a lot of barbers, they wasting money on different clippers because they putting it out there. Yo, here, you need this, you need that, you need this. This is good, this is that, and you're wasting money for no apparent reason. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Learn your clippers. Learn, the tools that you use, because that's very important,
You
man.
never go wrong with Walls or Andy's.
Yeah, man. I got clippers. Yo, I got some clippers, and I think I've been using the same clippers for the past 5 years already. And I don't have to be going crazy, buying all. Like right now, the War Vintage 1919. Kino got it
yesterday.
Yes,
Oh my God!
yeah,
You know what I mean? But I don't go too crazy no more over clippers because I'm like, should I really waste the money? Like I come from the days where clippers used to cost $50-$60, dude, and you know I could go,
but you know
now we're paying $200.
You know.
250.
But that's the thing. You gotta learn.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah.
learn.
It was like a kid, man.
You gotta learn what clippers do. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You don't know what clippers.
But you know what? I'm about
And
to
some
sell
people
the
like they don't have them
cordless,
zero
senior,
gap,
black one.
and they're like,
So,
"Yo, why my fade not
Get that
coming
money
out
back.
like yours?"
Exactly.
That's a big question.
That's a big question.
Why not? Because you think that you could just do what I do without having the same clip I got, you know, zero gap. You know, that's why your haircut not coming out as sharp.
Exactly.
Oh, that's why it's taking you
What's a zero gap?
taking longer. You know, when the blades are
even
parallel to each other.
Yeah.
You know, not too much to hurt the skin, but you know, right there enough that you don't have to go over the line 3 or 4 times.
Go to him. Yeah.
I just wanted him to explain.
But yeah, he just do it so right.
It saves time.
I tell people to zero gap and they'll be like, "What's that?"
It saves time, but that's what I'm trying to see. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that a lot of barbers that come into the game be like, zero gap, what's that? Now that the person, something that's so simple, you gotta go take it to somebody to zero gap it for you, and they might charge you $10-$15, and you just starting. You don't really have money in your pocket to be spending like that. You know what I'm saying? But that's the game.
Exactly.
And there's some people that take advantage of that.
Yep,
See, but the people I know, they tell me, "Yo, zero grab me. Come on, I got you. I ain't trying to take advantage because I know that you're gonna need that. You know what I'm saying? I know that you're definitely gonna need that. There's no way in life your haircut's gonna come out as sharp and using less time to do it without zero gap in your clippers. You know what I'm saying? That's just a fact.
Guys basically just learn the whole craft to its full potential.
Everything.
Shield work,
Get
scissor
young,
work,
ask questions,
shaves, everything.
Please ask
Yeah,
questions.
Always
young-
ask questions.
Always ask questions.
Like we
the
said
young
in the
barbers.
last podcast, this is a constant learning industry. We learn every day. We got veterans here right now, and we still learning. We learn every day something new. I look on Instagram and I look at a barber, and I'm like, wow, that's creative, and I'm gonna have to learn that because down the line, clients are gonna walk in and they're gonna ask for that. They're gonna see it, they're gonna fall in love with it, and they're gonna want that. And you're gonna have to that's things you're gonna have to deal with when a client walks through that door and he's like, "Yo, can you give me this?" You know, and most barbers, I've seen barbers say no because they can't do it. But
especially
you gotta be
cut.
Oh my god.
Cut. Yeah, scissors
there's
cut.
the point. There's point cutting.
Like,
there's the texturizing the hair really good.
I'll be on YouTube looking up on barbers from the UK because they actually have a lot of talents on using shears. Yeah,
Dope barbers.
And I learned a lot of stuff from them too.
But don't sleep on my Puerto Rican barbers also.
Oh yeah,
they the nastiest with the clipper game and scissors.
Especially that
Victorino.
You know what?
Victorino.
I don't know if you guys ever watched the world barber battles, like countries against country, Korea, Paris, Italy, Russia. Team Puerto Rico in the past years has always won. We got some of the best stylists, barbers in Puerto Rico. If you see what these guys do, please just search it up on YouTube, and you're gonna be amazed with what our little island,
a small island. That's what a small island.
Listen, man, it's the
taking out, putting out a lot of good work. They putting out a lot of good work. They putting out, you know, UK too. Shout out to the UK and all that too. They really good with the scissor work.
Yeah,
but remember, Puerto Rico's a small island, and they kicking out a lot of good barbers.
Yeah, yeah. Macho, thank you so much for being here, man. Guys, if you're tuning in, stop in by is 1978.
1978,
Park Street,
MVP Performance Barbershop.
Check out Macho there, and also Kino the Barber, and he has another barber in there.
Jem Jordan.
There you go, baby. Check him out.
Very good barber too, and he's good with the with the designs.
Instagram,
Macho 9814.
Spell that out.
Macho 9814 MACHO 9814.
There you go, baby. Thank
1978 Park Street. Thank you, brother.
And follow Jim Jordan too.
Jim Jordan.
That's up.
The other barber, man, nice.
You see it.
All right, guys. So we got one more special guest for you, and I'm glad that he's here with us. And he's from Sprague, Connecticut. Y'all recently just seen an interview with him on the Human Fur Network, and he is Chef the Barber from Sharp Image Barbershop. Chef, come right over here, brother.
What's up, man?
Right
Guy right here. You gotta follow him.
No, go ahead. Here, I'll jump right here.
Chef the barber.
Go ahead, go. Here we go. I'm here. I'm feeling this live thing right here.
We right.
So Chef is from Sharp Image Barbershop, Connecticut. He's in Sprague over there. If y'all guys want to go to Foxwood or Mohegan, he's right near there. So y'all could go.
2 edges away.
Yeah, y'all could go gamble and then go get a cut with him. So we're doing business.
Go get the
today.
cut.
Y'all get the cut first. Because I don't accept ICUs or IOUs or whatever.
Look good gambling, because if you lose your money
Yeah.
and you made an appointment with him, you're taking food out of his plate. So get the cut first.
All right. So similar questions to what I just asked Macho from MVP Performance Barbershop. What are some pros and cons of having those responsibilities and being a barbershop owner?
Okay, so it's a lot of responsibility, and you're gonna pretty much hear me reiterate everything he said, because Macho is completely right about everything he said, to the T. People look at it as like, one thing I get is, oh, you making money, this and that, blah blah blah. People don't see the overhead I'm paying. People don't see like the money I'm paying for if anything breaks, insurance, the bills. Like we live in New England, snowplow removal. Luckily my landlord hooked me up with that. But I'm just saying, for most shop owners, all that's not even like scratching the surface. But finding good people. Like I work 7 days a week still. Today, when I get out of here, I gotta go cut hair because I'm only.
Chef works 6 days a week.
Well,
pretty much.
Well, I've been almost 7 now, and the reason why is because I got one barber. My boy Fist the barber says salute to you. I love you, boy. Oh, yeah. You gotta pick your crew right. So as long as I don't got a full crew, we are on full crew. I gotta be there 7 days a week because that's what my hours say. So people don't look at that. Time away from family. Sometimes you don't even got time to eat. I might be big, but I barely eat. Yeah, it's a lot of pros but like those are the cons really, but those cons help you push to your pros. What I mean by that is the rewards. You reap the rewards, I was a chef, a high-paying job, this and that, blah, blah, blah. But being a barber, going through all that BS and all that hard work, whatever, it's pushing me towards my goals, being financially stable, my wife and kids got a roof over their head, not going through evictions no more, not struggling. So those are the rewards I'm reaping. Now, am I going to stop there? No, but those are pretty much the pros and cons. Like, and the reason I mentioned those things and not barbering per se is because Macho already touched on that. Everything he said, completely true. Not one thing was false. Like I said, you need the right people. Like, yeah, that's about it. Like, and like if you really and them talking about people who just get out of school, where I live, around the corner from my house, a kid, he was talented. It don't matter how nice you are, though. That doesn't mean you can run a business, and that's the problem. People get out of these schools, I'm nice with the face, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I look at all my trophies from all these events. Then they close down their shop. Why? Mm-hmm. They're not on time. They don't clean their shop. They're not professional. They're taking smoke breaks every 5 minutes. Like, these are just certain things. Like, if you're like, you got to let reality hit you in the face before you open up your own shop.
Basically, service is not on point.
Yeah. Like, there's so much to customer service, like this is what this industry really is. We're a customer service industry. We're servicing clients every day.
We're like
every day.
We're like Oprah, but barbers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know.
Yep.
So
You get a haircut and you get a haircut. You know,
you get
not for free though. We ain't that Oprah rich.
Yeah.
Nah.
So as we were talking here before we went on the live here with our peoples here, and we were talking, and you were talking that you're planning to expand. So now that you're planning to expand into a 4-man barbershop, what are you looking towards? Do you prefer booth rent or do you prefer percentage?
You got to start off percentage. My boy Fitz is in high school, licensed barber in high school. He in percentage. It'll be unfair for me. And not only that, I got him at 30%. Why? I don't, I want him to grow. I want him to grow. And
so 30% him or 30% you?
No, I only keep 30%.
Okay, cool.
And
so
he keeps 70.
He keeps 70, just to clear that.
And his tips.
That's something big right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And the reason is because this is my thing. I have a vision. And like Macho was talking about, you got to have a vision. Yeah. We talk about multiple chairs. In 5 years, I have a goal I want multiple shops. Not too many, but I kind of went big on the number, but I know that's not realistic. I talked to Fitz about it. I said 10 shops. That was just me talking, but let's say a realistic number. I want 5 shops within 5 to 7 years. So
with the same franchise name, or
yeah. If not, what? Sharp Image Barbershop LLC. But the reason I say that is because where I'm at, there's a lot of tech schools. I turned down a lot of barbers to work in my shop. There's multiple reasons. Not licensed, or not even that. They have no passion to even get their license. They're like, yo, I could cut this and that.
I hate that, man.
Like, bro, get your license. You have no idea how the doors open for you. Go, you want to cut without a license? Go for it. But until you get fined, cracked down, this and that, just letting you know. So they're gonna snitch on you for being nice.
You're gonna have
it happened to me.
Basement and cut hair.
It happened to me when I was a garage barber, basement barber,
basement barbers. But
basement barbers. Like my thing is, I want to reach out to these tech schools and just grab these kids, because you were touching on earlier, these schools really don't have a great foundation to excite these kids, whether you're going to a cosmetology school as an adult or whether you go to a tech school as a teenager. Every time I go to these schools, they're excited for what they're doing, but when I open up about the barbering and how I could expand even a stylist career and make them even more versatile with what they do, they get excited. I see the tears in their eyes. It happened to my boy Fitz. He was the most discouraged person I met until he shadowed me, and we just went for his graduation. To be honest,
awesome. That's good.
Yeah. Well, I want to give him the credit because he reached out to me.
Does. For many of us, barbering saves our lives, because we all us barbers, we have a story behind us.
Yeah.
We all led a different lifestyle before getting into this.
Oh yeah.
So each of us have a different story. As for me, like I said, barbering did save my life, because the lifestyle I was leading, I shouldn't even be here today, to tell you the truth. But I'm here, and God gave me these hands and put those clippers in my hands for me to progress and do something with my life. And I'm glad that I'm here and actually know how to cut hair, So as far as that, one question is for you guys that I'm very curious about. And in Puerto Rico, they show us the history of barbering, and it started in Egypt. As far as you guys don't know the answer to the question, barbering started with Egyptians. Do they teach the course of history here in the schools?
Yes. That's chapter 1.
That's the first chapter.
Yes.
Actually, it's beyond Egypt.
Yeah, it's a little beyond Egypt.
Well, the proof is in Egypt. I know that, but I know they also teach about even during what was that? What they call it, the Ice Age or whatever. Even that. Yeah, there was signs of barbering, but yeah, they teach it. But honestly, I feel like
it's a quick chapter.
It's quick,
It's really 12 pages, probably, and they quick. And then when you take the test, it's
maybe one question or two.
No, or when you take the chapter 1 test.
Oh yeah.
You have to do the test chapter by chapter. It's so little and quick. I learned it in a couple of days, and then it stuck with me right away. I remember, I'm trying to think of all the names now from that chapter, and it's not hitting me. But if I look at it right now,
I'm the same way.
It will come right back, and I'll tell you when BC who had the first colored hair. Who brought the, I would remember all that right when I.
You guys remember where was the first barber school here in the United States?
L.B. Moeller,
and
A.B. Moeller,
Chicago.
No, it was in Minnesota.
No, Chicago.
Chicago, and then it was
a lady, right?
It was licensed in Minnesota. Licensed in Minnesota in 1927.
Get your facts straight before y'all.
Yeah. Come on, how long have we been in? How long?
I've been out of school for quite some time.
I've been out of school for 2 years now.
A.B. Moeller was, I think, the dude's name.
So we don't.
Yeah, we got out of school a while ago, but
we did enough just to pass.
Yeah, that's what you learned on the school. So you gotta take that a little serious when you take that part. Just remember that.
So, Chef, what are some tips you got for these upcoming business owners who have been in the business for quite some time as a barber, but now they're trying to move on and grow themselves? And what are some tips you have for them? Like, let them know the pros and cons. What are they looking forward to?
I'm not gonna say pros and cons because there's good and bad at everything. Just know you got to take in the ugly with the good. Like, the more you want, the more you're gonna have on your plate. The more you got to carry on your back. Just know that you want a 4-chair shop. There's a lot of responsibility behind it.
You have to claim for people too.
Yeah.
As a shop owner, you have to pay taxes. You don't get paid taxes back. You have to pay taxes at the end of the year.
Yes, sir.
And you have to pay on every station you have. You have to show what you collected from each barber, what they paid out to you. Then you have to your mirrors, your everything you have in the shop. God, what?
You get taxed on everything.
Everything, man. Everything.
You got 2 barber poles, you get taxed on both of them.
2 barber poles, yeah.
It's fact.
You get 2 TVs, you got to pay taxes on 2 TVs.
And don't try to lie.
Especially here,
be honest.
Because you can lie.
Get mad.
If you get caught, and then they be like, "Oh, you didn't say you have 4 candy machines and
property tax. You pay
property tax. Yeah. Then you got to pay people to shovel the driveway. Think
about that. There's a lot of barbers. There's a lot of barbers. They've been in the game for 20, 30 years. They still want to pay booth rent or commission or salary because and there's nothing wrong with that. They just don't want to deal with the extra responsibility because maybe they just have too much going on. Maybe it's just overwhelming. There's not a lot of people. Even me being a chef, I used to kick people out the kitchen. I used to see people run and squirm out the kitchen, and I'm over here laughing. There's not a lot of people that can handle certain jobs in certain industries. And a shop owner is different from barber. Barber, way less responsibility. Shop owner, way more responsibility. You're accounted for multiple bodies in your shop. When you're just a barber, you cut hair, have great customer service. There's nothing wrong with that. Just know, do your research on what you're getting yourself into. Because I can't speak on everything because every city, state, whatever is different. Where I'm at, property taxes are different than Hartford. So I things are different. Maybe it's more lenient where I'm at, but
it's similar.
It's similar though. Like
it's all CT, man. CT.
Yeah, Uncle Sam.
No, I know, but that's what I mean. So I know a lot of people. Like, this is the thing. Social media is great, right? But you guys are when you look at social media and you see all the flashiness and all that, you don't see what goes behind that, and that's the problem. So do your research. If you want this big, beautiful 10-chair shop, you can do it. I believe in you. Just know you better put in the work.
Yes.
That's all I got to say. You got to put in the work and the research, the footwork, all that to get that done and to keep it moving. Now, once you open up your shop, now guess what? You got to worry about keeping it open.
That's right. One thing about being a business owner too, lead as an example too to your employees that you have working with you, your team. Because if you come in early every day, your team is gonna come in early. Yep. You come in late,
show by example.
So that's what they're gonna understand. They're gonna understand. Oh, he don't care. I'll come in at 10 o'clock. I'll come in at 11 o'clock. Come in at whatever time. That's how shops fail. So always as a business owner, lead by example. Also, for people that are coming up, find yourself whether you want to be just a barber and just do the barber thing, or if you're really sure about getting into business, and then you follow the steps and learn from others around you who have been already in that are in that position. Ask them questions, learn from them. That way, you're always alert to what's gonna go on and what you're gonna be looking forward to when you get into the business. Chef, thank you so much for being here, brother.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Guys,
man.
don't miss out on his interview.
Chef the barber chef.
Yes, don't
Chef,
miss out on his
One more thing. Are we gonna see you at the CT Barber Expo?
Hold on, March, get up.
Oh, you know.
I'm gonna be there. I might battle just for the fun of it.
I think we all battling.
I want to say something about that too. Is battling and all that is fun. It's cool. But stop really competing against each other, especially on social media. We're all supposed to be brothers and sisters and stuff like that. Like, stop competing. Like, at the end of the day, that's one thing I'm gonna tell. If you want to be an upcoming barber, and I'm not talking about an IG barber, I mean a barber where in your community or anything like that, you know, your competition should be the person in the mirror. You got to be a better version of yourself every day. And if you want to get better, there's a model that I told my buddy Fitz, my little bro. When you do a haircut, next time you do that haircut, make it better. Next time you do that haircut, always find flaws in yourself.
Every next haircut should be better than the last.
You know always find flaws. Be your biggest critic. You know, like take pictures of your work and then go back and look at what can make better. Like these are things I could tell you that helped me a lot. You know, and yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
and we
remember we got the ceramic blades,
and they work. I got them.
Hey,
remember.
Name of your barbershop and how they find you.
My barbershop is Sharp Image Barbershop LLC in Spray, Connecticut. Sprague Sprague. I've heard it both three ways. 36 Main Street, Suite 6. I'm the only shop there, so
let them know your Instagram too.
Chef.the.barber, and follow my shop page and Facebook is Sharp Image Barbershop. And on Instagram, Sharp Image Barbershop _CT.
And if you guys are going to Connecticut Barber Expo, you're also going to see him there as well. So don't be shy to all of us. All of us will be there.
Please
so
come
just
see
don't be
us.
shy.
CT Barber Expo. We're gonna be there.
Be there in the building.
Well,
we're gonna have a booth if you want to join.
Beer gang, baby.
Oh, I'll definitely join. There's actually another booth. I do want to give them a shout out.
Cakes too. MVP cakes.
Yo, if y'all don't know about this, right here, man.
MVP cakes.
Go add MVP cakes on Instagram. Make your order. Place your orders right now for the Christmas, man. They even got coquitos.
Coquito, all of that.
I just want to give a quick shout out to Sebastian, the owner of Papi Chulo Style Pomade. He's gonna have a booth also at CT Barber Expo. He's a cool dude. Pomade's made here in Connecticut. None of that big
organic
corporate stuff. Is mostly organic. But yeah, just want to give them a shout out because it's a small up and coming company, and I think all local barbers should try the product.
And it's been ringing bells now, man.
I told him about it at the expo.
Yeah, that's the reason why I started selling the Papi Chulo style pomades, and I love it. I love it. Even me, I use it sometimes.
Guys, also don't forget to tune into the Human Fur Network. There are 2 interviews right now up there. We got Kino's interview up there, so you want to go check that out. We got Chef the Barber's interview as well, so you want to go check that out. We got Phil's interview coming soon as well. Right now we're working on Caroline cuts. It's a lot of work, so just be patient. Soon we're gonna do Macho as well. So we're gonna do a lot of things. It's just be patient with us because this takes a lot of work between the podcast, between Human Fur, and everything that we got going on. It's just a lot. And at the same time, we all work as barbers. So there's little time for a lot of time. And then we also have to, they have families as well too, so they got to tend to their family. So we just got to look for the right time. So just be patient for everything is coming soon. So right now there's 2 interviews through the Human Fur Network. You can go check that out on humanfurpro.com. We also like to thank our sponsors, Human Fur and Dream Team Cuts. Dream Team Cuts is somewhere. Abdi, wherever you at.
Abdi's on right now. He's here with
Abdi's going crazy. He's working on something very special for Human Fur. So
Los is on. He's in Pennsylvania. He said his reception is not that great.
Okay. All right. So we can't.
He's been on and off.
He's been on and off.
Abdi's on right now, looking at you.
Yeah. Abdi's looking at us, but I got Abdi going crazy at times because I'll be texting him. I'm like, yo, we got this going on, this and that. And it gets crazy, you know, at times. And people don't see the hard work that it takes and the time for us to get things accomplished. Also, we're going to be at Connecticut Barber Expo. So you want to look at Southside Barbershop booth. And we'll be there live podcasting. So you're more than welcome for you guys to come through.
Anybody.
Show some love. Anybody. We're going to put you on the spot. So just be ready.
Yes.
You're going to
get hit with questions.
You're going to hit with questions, you know, any sorts of questions. So we want to get to know you and definitely get to know your work and you as a barber and your experience in the industry.
Also, we might be coming through too with a booth MVP.
Oh, holla. They might
Wow.
be next to
Hopefully
us.
they're right next to us.
Next to us.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
right now.
And another thing I want to mention right now, this group of people that are right here, this is showing you guys the union that the barber industry should have. We have 3 barbershops right now in this building. We have Southside Barbershop, MVP Performance, and Sharp Image Barbershop.
3
barbershops, all different barbers from different towns in Connecticut. This is union. And there's no hate.
That's dope. That's like 100%.
I don't got time to
That's
hate.
love right there.
Exactly.
I'm not trying to hate.
That's it.
crazy.
I already dealt with
We all
that.
respect each other.
If you hate me, I love you. I love you. I want to bake you some cookies.
All right,
God.
so
I'll bake you a cake, yo. Come over for
the
dinner.
next segment,
Wonder why we hate
Phil
each
wanted
other.
to talk about men and women in the barbershop. So how do we feel about when women come in through the barbershop? Let's just get everybody's input here.
All right, this is what. All right, so this was brought up. Just real quick.
No, you
But
should sit on
everybody
top of the
spot.
couch or something, bro.
Yeah,
Come
come
on,
on.
no, listen.
Please, yes.
So, all right, so here, let me. Come on, I want everybody squish in right here. Come on, we can squish in. Come on,
Act like we
Hey.
had sleepovers with our cousins.
come on,
Yeah,
come on. You know, sit on this lap, baby. Come on, come over here.
Yo,
So
quick,
check
real
this
quick,
out.
real quick. Shout out to my brother Jojo, because without him, the barbershop couldn't be possible either. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Jojo.
Word.
So, all right, so we're thinking about topics to talk about, and I wanted to bring up a topic. I wanted to have like a female in here too. I wanted to see what she says on like male clients that like hit on her or they'll take their kid to the shop.
I got a
get
girl
their-
for you.
Yeah?
On the next podcast.
So I was gonna, hey Bika, I was gonna ask Bika to do it. Shout out to Bika the barber, but
next podcast I think is December 10th. It'll be our last podcast for the year because after that, you know, we're all
holidays,
working, Christmas Eve,
barbershop,
holidays.
crazy.
So we're gonna be it's just
We're gonna
crazy
be at
days.
Ariel Vegas, right? CTA Adrian.
Adrian Vegas.
Adrian
We're gonna
Vegas,
be
sorry,
at
I'm sorry.
his spot doing a podcast from over there. So we'll get the date for you guys on that. But yeah, back to this.
So the question was like, I wanted to know how women feel when guys come in, like say they bring their kids, get their kids a haircut, they get a haircut, and then after like they hit them on a text or trying to kick it to them or in their DMs. I wanted to know from the fellas if this happens to y'all with like mothers, single mothers, or whatever kind of lady brings their kid in. I know I'm married. It's happened to me before. I'm married.
It happens.
You know, it happens to me all the time, but this is what I wanted to speak about. Does it happen to every barber, or is it just
so real quick?
like
I'm
what
gonna tell you a
happens?
quick story, very short story, real quick to the point. So I was when I first came from Puerto Rico.
What's
mind
up,
you,
Nesto? My man,
we
Nesto.
we learned how to do women's hair. So I came over here to New York. When I got to New York, I started working in a barbershop in the Bronx. So the guy had like a unisex salon type thing, and he would do both women and men. So I told him, listen, I know how to do both. So I would have women clients as well as stuff like that. So I have one lady do this for real. This. So I never thought this was happened to me in my life. So I'm doing her hair and I'm finishing her hair, which I'm blow drying her hair with the big round brush and all that. So I'm blow drying her hair, giving her hair some style. So as I'm going around her, she takes her hand from under the cape and she grabs my private part.
She grabbed your unit.
I have my wife, my baby mother at the time, and my baby mother's actually coming in through the door and seeing this.
Oh my God.
Get out of
So,
here. So it happened one time, and
it
she
was-
caught that one time that it
that
happened.
one time that happened, baby mother was coming through the door, and I'm just like, oh man, like this is not good. And all hell went loose there, man. Like, wifey picked up my blow dryer, cracked her in the head with it, bro, and I was like, oh man, this is bad.
Really?
Yeah,
That happened in the shop?
Really, that really happened in the shop, man.
Hey, Chef, what's your story?
I really don't have one, man.
You never had one?
The only people that used to flirt with me are like viejitas at the school. I'm just, like in the shop I work at, honestly, glad to say that.
But not just this shop, like anytime throughout your career, even before your lady now, before your baby, has this ever happened to you where you're cutting hair, next thing you know, like you have some boobies in your DM and it's from the mother or something, and like
because when I was in Jersey, we ain't had no social media, so if you're gonna see boobies, it's right away.
Wow,
you ain't gonna see it on a DM. I didn't even know that was when AOL, the dial up and all that.
Oh
shit.
yeah, so, I remember that.
I'm happy. I've been married for 12 years, so I'm happy. I've been respected. That's all I'm gonna say.
Good, cool.
Me too. That's good.
Cause my wife crazy.
Macho, you had anything?
Nah, I mean, I think it happens to all barbers. Maybe not, go directly into your DM or nothing like that. But someone, I'm just saying, not to everybody. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes, females know how they try to get away with things like, the haircut cheaper, or they think that you're gonna they think that you're gonna hook them up, with free cuts and stuff like that. Nah, that's why.
Weight?
Yeah, that's why you gotta keep it professional, because regardless of what, either you're gonna lose that customer,
or start something,
that might hurt your business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and your family, you gotta draw the line,
and your image also, because remember, word of mouth is the worst thing that could happen to people. It could be the good thing.
It could be a good thing, and once it goes from word of mouth, by the time it gets to the last person,
that story done changed so much.
So many times.
Be like, Ruben, I don't want to go to Chef. You're sucio.
That's what I'm saying. And then that shit just keeps spreading, and then it gets
to your family. Where you have a female client and she would mistake your friendliness for flirtiness.
Yeah, of course. Or kindness.
A lot of people do that.
Or kindness. Sometimes you're kind, you're respectful, and
it's customer
and
service, people.
And there's some girls, that think that you like them or something like that for some reason.
I'm on the reverse end of that. So there's a lot of females I truly respect in the industry. And I'll be commenting on their stuff like, yo, that's amazing. Yeah. That's because I'm happy. Wow,
you're amazing.
That's amazing damn work.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, it's either flirting, this, that. Oh, I don't want to mess with. I'm like, yo, like,
I'm not gonna lie.
Like, yo, I admire your work.
I get nervous too, like in a
take
female's
a compliment in your work when you're a lady barber. We're not trying to flirt with you.
I'm really
good. Just complimenting your work.
Your work, your face, because there are some great lady barbers.
There is.
Yeah, no,
even the stylist or whatever industry part of. Sometimes I'm commenting and I'll get some crazy stuff back, like
even cosmetologists and all that. We all part of the same umbrella.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Love hair.
And females, keep doing your thing. Barber females, keep doing your thing. Just work hard at your craft. You know what I'm saying? And keep it professional also. Females, keep it professional also, because you don't want dudes disrespecting you or feeling some type of way. So
that's how you present yourself.
Don't hit on your clients.
That's a good topic.
Don't hit on your clients.
Because not even just hit.
No, because some females come to the barbershop.
With
some
the
female barbers come, prerogative, whatever.
Yeah, it's very
and then
what do you expect?
They're looking to get drafted. You know what I'm saying?
No, but that's what I'm saying though. But you know what I mean? You putting it out there. You know what I'm saying? So when you put it out there, and there's a thirsty dude out there, he gonna try to reel it in.
Exactly. That's true.
He gonna try to reel it in. So keep it professional. You as professional as you can. Not saying that you can't look sexy. Not saying you can't look good.
You can look sexy in a conservative.
Not saying you can't dress well, because all barbers should dress well. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's part of what we do too.
Whoa, man! I'm a sweatpants guy, man.
But I wear joggers.
Nike sweatpants.
I know what you mean.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, though. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying even when we go out, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get dressed. You know what I'm saying?
No, like messed up socks, you trying to let
down.
Yeah,
no holy pants.
You go on Instagram, and on Instagram, there's some lady barbers. There's this page. I I think it's just dedicated to the female barbers. But
is it called
actually,
just barber _barber_?
I think that's what it
That's
is.
what it is.
There
And
was
all
some
they're
crazy
posting
stuff
is female barbers
with boobs.
like
posing with clippers.
just posing
Just
with
posing
clippers.
with
Sexy
So my
lingerie with
question-
clippers.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
My
like,
question to you girls is, are you gonna be a barber or are you trying to be a model?
Yeah.
So which one is it? You know, because guys that there are perverts out there. There are all types of different guys. So you're gonna have this coming to your shop. You know, when you have a guy sit down there, he's gonna hit on you. He's gonna say something just retarded.
and you turn them down. You don't want
And
to come
then
back.
yeah, exactly. And then
Or
you're not gonna get that great tip, but you're taking the professionalism
Out of
the
barber.
craft.
Yep.
You know, and it's because of what you're, and then you're getting 30,000 likes. Who cares if you're getting 30,000 likes? Are you a dope barber? Do you do great fades?
Is your craft good?
Is your craft good? Is your shear work good? Is the haircut that I'm asking for? Am I gonna be satisfied with it? Am I gonna am I gonna come out of that chair with a smile when I get up from that chair and I look at myself in the mirror? You know, that's what you want to portray out there. You don't want to portray a miniskirt where I can see your booty or something, and then you expect me to,
Because now I'm not looking at her haircut. I'm looking at.
I'm looking at her.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Looking at,
And listen, ain't nothing wrong with modeling. If you like modeling, okay.
That's
But you
right,
could
yeah.
create a different page for that. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Barbering is one thing. Like I said, there ain't nothing wrong with looking good. We supposed to look good while we cut hair, feel good. But, you know, keep it professional, because then men tend to, you know, think otherwise. Same, it goes for females or whatever. And then that's when all the problems, you know, occur.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So keep it professional, man. Keep it professional at all costs.
Exactly. Any other topics you want to
Everybody
touch,
wants
Phil?
likes.
Kino?
Yeah, everybody doing
just
it for
wants
the
the
likes.
likes.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah.
they do it for the
This is
gram.
man.
Do it for the
Bro,
gram.
there's people with 10,000 likes and not even $100 in their bank account. Just remember that.
That's right.
Just remember that's fact.
Yeah, man.
That's
the
fact.
likes is
I remember
not
when I
all
was
money,
broke as
it's
hell, and I'm over here doing whatever it takes for my picture to get likes. And then like now,
It's crazy. Sometimes I get some DMs about other barber pages talking about, hey, do you want some followers? No, I want some clients.
yeah, bring me some money.
Come
Yeah,
come get a haircut
what a
with
follower is gonna do?
Promote
Exactly.
your work,
What-
promote
a
your
like
page,
is not
promote
gonna
your
pay
work.
my bills.
Don't gotta worry.
What's
about
under
all
every
that.
female's
Show
bio?
your work.
What's under every female's bio now? DM me for inquiries.
for
or-
inquiries.
A link in my bio. And
What am I
Link in my
Come
yeah.
on,
Or
man.
stop sending me links for hairs and stuff like that.
Yo, I don't need hair weaves and all that. I don't need that.
Listen to the salons. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
You know, but barbers, we don't use weaves, man. We don't.
I don't
use
even do the
weaves.
man unit.
I don't even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
I want to start the man unit.
I would
man.
start. I'm
That's
just
what I'm
saying. I'm
saying.
not
Nothing
hating.
wrong.
I'm not hating.
but you're not using a weave though.
Yeah, but I'm not like
You can
hair
practice.
pages be crazy.
They be
Oh,
sending
You can practice
the
on
cartoon
me, man.
pages are the biggest one now. Yo, I could do a cartoon for you. Blah
Oh,
blah.
yeah.
blah.
Oh, yeah.
that's
Yo,
not
my
bad.
I already
GM?
look like a cartoon, yo.
My DMs are
what?
flooded with those
The
guys.
worst
I'm like,
is
yo,
that
Yeah,
There's
That
an app for
ain't
that.
exactly.
You could just literally go to the app
that's
store,
crazy.
get an app, make your own cartoon or whatever. Matter of fact, you can make your own logo now. You can make your own page. You can make your own website. You can make everything online just
Yeah,
with the phone.
That's true.
The phone is power.
We know how you do it. We
Yeah,
know.
that's true.
Yeah,
We know.
And then they-
It's-
You gotta
Real
PayPal
God,
me first.
Now that we're here,
$100.
Oh yeah, and pages. I'm not paying for a repost. That's wrong.
yeah.
I'm sorry. That's wrong. You know who you are.
what barbers do you follow right
Right.
now that you would like to put on a spot?
$15 for
you just
repost?
see-
You know, $50 a day.
You just see like a style of work that you just
Word.
like, okay, he got so many followers, but yet his work is just not on point. Like you see
Repeat
certain
that.
which barber you like to put on the spot right now
I don't know.
that
man.
you follow or you just seen on social media that you might see.
Is this the segment where we're gonna
know
like
what?
look up
Yeah.
a certain haircut and
I
Yep.
got one thing though. I was and I follow him. I admire him a lot. It's Rob the Original.
Okay,
He does real good with art, but I would like to see more
like fade
of,
work.
fade,
haircuts?
blowouts, more
Yeah.
haircuts.
Yeah, I think he's
Instead
real.
of-
I think he's real talented, but yeah, let's see more haircuts.
But you know what, though? I think
I
that's
know
because
he's
of
an
his brand.
artist. I know he's an artist.
Yeah,
I think that's because of his
Wow.
brand, though.
I know
That's
he's
why.
an artist,
you know.
but
And-
you know what I mean. Like, It's cool.
And I know
but not everybody's
cuts
gonna be able to do a
but I would
portrait
like
on
to
somebody's
see
head.
more.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's like
barbering thing.
Certain barbers out there, like I feel like they're great at what they do with designs and stuff like that, and that's what they continue to do, and that's great. But I've seen some barbers that they're great at that, but then when it comes to like haircuts, they fall out a little.
They fall short.
Yeah. So it's just like, okay, you're great at designs, but you forgot about all the other stuff that goes with
the main
craft.
important part of
exactly.
cutting the hair.
I got a good example of that too, and it's for myself. Y'all know German from Waterbury, German the barber, Hedman.
I heard of him.
Yeah, I heard of him.
I'm this happened to me. He was a teacher at Ace of Phase at one point. And I remember I was like, yo, man, I want to learn designs, this and that, blah, 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 this and that. Can you teach me? He said in Spanish, it was like, listen, you need to work on your haircut. I swear to God.
That's a real barber. That's a real barber.
Yo, German. Turbo, same to you. Put me on spot when I thought it was the shit, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Then, I showed him a cut, and he fucking had everybody raise their hand and say, yo, what's wrong with this cut? And everyone's just this, like, but I'm just saying, like, he's right about designs. The reason I mentioned that is because I get the same thing at the shop with young barbers, especially in DMs. How do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do that? I was like, do you know how to do a fade to a one? Do you know your basic principles and foundations of haircutting? Or what about simple shear work? Like when someone's at a barbershop, they walk in, and I get this every day. And I used to be like, oh my God. Now I'm like, I got you. Give me a regular haircut.
What's a regular haircut?
What's a regular haircut? Just give me a regular haircut. Oh, I just want to shorten it than what it is. All right. Like at first, like that's what I'm saying is stop jumping levels. That design shit, all that is cool. But you barely gonna make money off of that.
That's what I told Brian.
Yes, most of that stuff on IG, I am at least 99.9% sure they say, yo, come to the shop. I want to do something so I could post it on IG. Not saying that's wrong. So that's what's up. But I'm just saying I do that. I do, a lot of barbers
Monday,
do that.
2-hour haircut. They do that.
But don't think that's gonna make you the money.
Quick question: Who were the barbers that y'all looked up to coming in the game?
It depends on
a barber that you looked up that you said
for me
when you seen it you was like, wow, that's amazing. I want to do that.
For me, it wasn't no social media barber, and I had three.
No, at that time there was. I don't
yeah, for my time, like,
there wasn't no social media.
For me, it wasn't no social media barber, but I had 3 people, and it was 2 of my professors at Instituto de Banca. One of them showed me how to do designs and fades. The other one, he showed me how to do fashion haircuts because he was really good with the shears. So I really paid really close attention to the guy, and there were a guidance to my career path and how I became the barber that I am today. Thirdly, shout outs to Dream Team Cuts, Barber Lowe's. That guy is a beast.
Yeah, he is.
His motivation, his passion for this game, and me seeing him from back in the day, and that was as a matter of fact, that was one of the first social media barbers I ever really looked up to. When I got to New York, when I first met him, at the New York Barber Battle, down in Brooklyn, and his humbleness was crazy. His humbleness was so amazing, and to meet him in person, then in the East Coast versus West Coast barber battle in Galloway, New Jersey, he made me part of the team, Dream Team Cuts, because then he saw what I could do. He even came down to the Bronx to visit me for certain times and got haircuts with me, and he loved the phase that I was doing, and he's like, yo, tú vas a hacer algo grande, you're gonna be something big. And yesterday he just finished me telling me that with what we're doing right here, right now, with my guys right here, Kino and Phil. And I see Chef too, Macho, and his team over there. Like we gonna do something big within the industry, Like right now, you see us here, and this is a networking party. Because from here we could do other things. We could do whatever we want, It's just putting in the work and establishing everything that we want to do and create one vision altogether. And we could be the change of the industry for the next few years, But that was my motivation. Those folks.
What about you, Chef?
All right, so I've been kind of on and off 6 to 17 years. When I was younger, these are people from Patterson, New Jersey, Sharif, Edgar, Miguel, Joe Clips on Held in Belmont Ave, Sean Palouse. Now, when social media first started, these are guys before they had 200,000 followers and stuff. One guy I could say was very genuine, very open to me was Lou the Barber. This is when I was living out in New Britain. He opened up to me every time I needed a question. You know, like I just made an Instagram page. I think it was called Ruben Yo Check It, some dumb stuff like that. But I reached out to him, and I wasn't a barber at the time. What I mean by that was I was only cutting my son for years. The only reason I started cutting hair again was because his friends started coming to me from the high schools in the area in Bristol, matter of fact. And I just started cutting hair again. Like I just loved it. So one person I want to give a special thank you. The first barbershop that I worked in, coming pretty much back out of retirement, was in Middletown at Finesse Cuts on Main Street, my boy Ness. I remember one day I was a chef. I hated my job. I freaking hated it. And one day he was like, yo, man, because I lived in an apartment building and his family lived there, and that it was like a multi-family house. And I cut his family's hair because he never had the time. So one day he hit me up and goes, because he needed help. He already blew up in Middletown. And he's like, hey, man, you think you want to cut in the weekend, this and that? So I would purposely call out of work just to cut in the weekend. And then I was doing that for almost a year.
You'll call out from your chef job.
Chef job.
Okay.
See, that's what.
And, you know, that in a way, it was hurting me on the short term. But long term, it helped me because I'm here now, licensed. Because I wasn't licensed or even in school yet. So actually, that's when I found a school. I Googled a whole bunch of schools. J Measures was too far for me. The only one that would work with me and be flexible with me is my boy Gary Olmstead, owner of Ace Cosmetology and Barber Training Center. You know, I went there for 2 years. It was hard because I had to work 2 full-time jobs, work at the shop, go to school, and I was cutting hair all night, you know, on my son's friends. So I want to say Nesta Barber, he inspired the shit out of me because honestly, without him, you know, I don't think I'd be a barber again. And I was always scared because growing up, everyone, including my stepdad, is in the interview at humanfur.com. You know, a lot of people would discourage me and tell me how this is not a real job. Now they see how much it changed my life. You know, so Ernesto, you're a big, like probably the biggest.
That's so true.
Biggest fucking influence.
Even your clients sometimes turn around and be like, listen, can you teach me how to do?
Okay, what about
Yeah. I get clients all that.
I hate when people say this is not a real job. I really do.
You know what? It's not a job.
All you're doing
I'm having fun.
all day, you cut it.
It's
not
a job. It's a career.
I know what you mean, though.
You know? So I hate when people say that, man. It's like, bro, we stand up all day long providing services to people.
Yeah.
And how is this not a job? Like, they're like, oh, you get to talk to people, you get to hang out with friends and see this and do it. You can go outside anytime you want, but you know, we put our heart, soul, time into this craft that it's not what people think, man. This is work, man. We put it work.
That's the reason.
And if it was easy, everybody will do it.
Everybody would do it.
You know what I'm saying? Because I seen hundreds, maybe thousands of barbers that were nice, that were dope barbers, and they didn't last in the industry because they didn't have the patience, the cadence to know how we were talking about. You know, there's gonna be some slow days, but they don't know the business side. They don't know you gotta save for a rainy day. Exactly. You know what I mean? So when you do have those slow days, you know you good. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of barbers, a lot of great barbers that I known, that I seen, and I still know they're not barbers today. And a lot had to do with they can't deal with it. They can't deal with it, or they can't be standing up all day. You know what I'm saying? It might look easy, but it ain't easy.
It's not easy.
Because if it was easy, everybody would do it. You know what I'm saying?
It's so hard. And if you're young, take advantage now.
Yep.
I was told when I was younger, just do it. Just know. I'm gonna tell you, this is the one thing I say to every single person I come across when they ask me about barbering. What's the hard part? The hard part is school. Go to school.
That's true.
Go to
get
school,
your license.
Learn.
Yo, once, and then developing yourself, building yourself. Like this is in this industry, you're gonna get back what you put in, and maybe sometimes more. You can't
I hear that all the time. People be like 10 grand.
Post on Instagram all you want. That ain't gonna get you clients.
Quick question regarding to the school.
It's the same thing as a plumber.
Do schools
It's the same thing as electrician,
financial aid?
all that. It's the same
Some.
Yeah,
College.
some
Same
of them
thing
got
for
financial
college.
aid. Some of them
Even
you
more.
just gotta,
You
You go to college and then you can't
Okay.
even
But
get a
that
job.
too can become hard, you know, because you got to pay it straight from your
But he just
Because
freaking
when I used to be in El
And
Paso, Texas,
Perfect example.
all
my
the schools
sister
out
went to
there, there's
school
no
for 6
financial aid
years,
for
7 years in Puerto Rico.
so they have to
She's
come
a
straight
teacher.
out of
That's
pocket.
because of the
And she ain't even
rules.
doing what she's
And I know
supposed to be
all of this
doing, you know
because
what I'm
of
saying?
the
'Cause
hard.
nobody give
Like
her the
for Gary to
opportunity
get
out there
financial aid
become
from
a
his
teacher.
schools,
In
he had to
Hartford.
go through hurdles.
Okay.
And he's still doing it. Every time he opens a school, he has to go through more hurdles just to get financial aid. It's not easy.
Who's this?
So guys,
Gary, the owner of Ace.
If you're looking to get into the barber industry and become a barber, so just look for schools that if you can't come out of pocket, there are schools here with financial aid to help you guys out and finish your course.
Look though, but in life, if you want it bad enough, you're gonna do it. Like no matter what excuse you got, I'm the perfect example of that. You know, you just gotta want it, bro. And if you keep procrastinating, it's gonna be harder and harder to achieve it. Don't procrastinate, just do it. Do it. Because once you're done with it, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna be like, man, and you're gonna be proud of yourself. Just do it. Don't procrastinate. I don't care what the excuse is. There's ways. There are people to help you. You know, if there's nobody in your life, there's organizations that are willing to help you. There's people giving out loans from the state. There's something out there that can help you. And that's what's gonna show if you want it bad enough.
Someone.
I hope Nate. I told Nate, Nate, you go to school. I'll put $2,000 towards your school to go. So I'm not shouting me. I'm shouting Nate out. Nate went to school. I hope Nate goes.
But that's big though.
Anybody that wants to work or be a barber and is gonna like, if I could get more kids to come in here and want to work and work in here, I'll help pay for their school.
That's one thing.
Because I want to guide.
I got a couple of people. Sorry to cut you off. I got a couple of people talking to me about how to become a barber and how to help them out, and even on cutting hair and all that. And it's crazy how even my clients are telling me, "Hey, can you teach me how to cut hair?" They're really looking into this because they know, hey, it's working.
I know people, right? They went to college, 4-year degree. All they did was cut hair throughout the.
That's what much.
They graduated, and they said, you know what? I'm gonna go get my license. And they're proud that they have that degree, but they're licensed barbers now and own a barbershop. No. So you have like it's I'm just saying, like,
what people got on the
degree is good.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's great.
There's nothing wrong with it. No,
nothing.
I'm just saying, like, they love this so much.
Is like
they love this so
there's
much.
Certain people that go to school for 4 years, right, get the degree and not being able to work. Like Macho just had a thing. Yeah. Somebody went to school for 4 to 6 years. They got their teaching license.
My sister.
They're not out of school teaching now. You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of you could go to school for all these years and it's not guaranteed you're gonna get the job of what you went to school for.
My wife will tell you,
barbering,
make sure you love what you do.
You're gonna become a barber or cosmetologist somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
or you can do it for yourself.
Yeah, you can go anywhere, do your own thing. Once you have your license in this industry, you just opened up your own door to whatever you want.
And that's the license. Like
now became a
license.
Listen, another thing I'll tell you, that barbering is just like a plumber, an electrician.
It's a trade.
HVAC. It's a job.
It's a job.
It's the same thing. It's a trade. All of them is trade, right? All fall on the category. The umbrella is a trade, right? But it's a job. We all doing the same thing. We all pay for our license, and all that costs money.
Yep.
They doing their work, we doing our work.
They don't know about the 2-hour test.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
No, and the final test,
and not only that, but the nights that you at home studying.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm
14
saying?
steps of shades here too.
No, they show us that.
They show us.
Yeah, they show you
that. They show you with the book, but you don't. That's only New York.
State boards are written.
You have to do it.
You don't have to Puerto Rico too. You have Puerto Rico too.
You just got to do
Puerto Rico. You got to do
the
steps
and the steps. Yeah.
Oh yeah, not only that. So this is another thing, right? So one other thing I heard was, I don't want to go to school for cosmetology. 1,500 hours. Guess what? Connecticut has 1,000 hours barbering.
That's
now
right.
there's really no excuse. There's really no excuse. I'm just saying, you can just get a barber's license. That's all you need. My barber got one, and he go to tech school. So they just made it even easier.
And not just that, when you go to barbering school, I'm pretty sure. I'm not. You gotta speak on this because at Ace, say kids go to school at Ace, right? Do they get time to cut hair over there too? Is that part of their hours?
Yeah, you get room and floor hours.
See, look at that. So if you go to school,
you got a classroom, then you got a bunch of chairs.
Class, like half the day, and then you're cutting hair half the day. So you're like learning at school to perfect
hands
yourself.
on, yeah.
So when you get to that license, you're already trained at what you want to do, and that's being a barber.
And that's the time that you got to take.
Don't be afraid to mess up.
To mess up right there, because if you mess up right there, guess what? There's gonna be a lot of other people around you. They're gonna be like, "Listen, you could do this better. You can do that
they'll
better.
help you fix it."
And don't take it the wrong way. If somebody, you gotta learn how to take positive criticism.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Just because somebody's telling you to do something a certain way, maybe they're trying to help you, or maybe they see potential in you. You know what I'm saying?
Even not good criticism.
You can't get mad at people that try to tell you.
Don't get mad when somebody else is helping you out. Even like, for example, me, I've been a barber for 13 years, and I'm still learning. And hey, my mentor right here.
We all gotta learn, man.
Every day of your life, you learn something new.
I'm learning. I learned a lot of things, and sometimes I try to switch it up to see if I could do something different.
Yeah, because I see some barbers, you try to help them out, and they get like
they get offended, or they take that personal. But that's what I'm saying. Those are the barbers that stay stuck on a level, on that same level. They stay stuck on that for years, and you don't see them improving.
Another thing I also get is the I want to become a barber. Oh, I want to cut hair. Just do it.
Just do it. Why are you sending me a million DMs?
Exactly.
I'm not the mob. I'm a barber. Do it. I'm praising you because I'm happy you want to do it, but don't say it. Like, even if you can't go to school at the moment, don't keep saying it. And like, the most I'm gonna tell you, my response is, all right, it's been 8 months. What's going on? You know, just do it, bro.
Do it like Nike.
Do it. That's it. You know.
Oh God.
Can we get sponsor? You gotta take advantage of the situation. Take advantage of the people around you. If you got good people around you, take advantage of that.
That's one thing about this industry, man. Keep the positive folks around you. The ones that are like on that negative, that you feel like there's just negativity all around, eliminate those real quick, because those are not gonna do nothing for you in this career. The ones that are positive, keep them around your circle, because with those people, you will grow, and you will grow with them as well.
But remember, positive doesn't just mean a nice guy.
Yeah,
I have a rule with my barber. He knows it, and it goes back and forth, even to me. I'm gonna praise you when you're doing good, but I'm gonna get at you when you're not, and I expect the same back. That's positive to me.
Positive criticism.
Positive criticism. Like, it ain't about, oh my God, you're doing so great, man.
Even when you messed up or you fucked up,
you check, if you love that person, you check them. Mm-hmm. And I expect for you to check me if I'm messing up. Exactly. And that's what creates the perfect team. And that's why Macho says it's hard to get good barbers. It's not about how nice you are. Like you said, one person could mess it up for everybody else.
Exactly.
You need to be able to check each other.
Sometimes they get bothered because he's a business owner, but what he's trying to do is make his employers better. But some people take it to the heart, and it's just like
he's teaching that person,
and then they'll quit on you, and it's like, damn, he's just trying to help you. He's just trying. He's teaching you. Yep. He's not
because the same person he did that to, Brian.
Yeah.
That person's gonna do it for those future kids.
Exactly. I seen barbers get mad just because the owner say, "Hey, can you sweep the floor?"
Yeah. Dude, that's part of
what?
I'll look you dead in your eyes and be like, you're never gonna be a shop owner.
Exactly. It's like if I see,
you can't even sweep the floor, man.
Yeah, come on. I tell my young bull that I'm not gonna say his name because he's not really
you gotta put him on the spot.
Every time I tell my young bull something, right? I'm trying to teach him.
I came in today. We're doing this podcast here, right? I see Phil clean. I'm like, Phil, what can I do, man? He's like, yo, sweep the front, do this. Well, with no problem. I want to do it.
And I appreciate that.
Thank you. Shop,
that's another thing. When you're a shop owner, see these hands? I had gloves on them, but I had to clean the toilet. There's 250 people this week in this shop, and probably like 200 of them use the bathroom. I don't know how many poops Lou took or whoever like that. You have to clean the toilet when you're a shop owner. You have to clean your shop. You have to sanitize your tools. You gotta wipe everything down, disinfect things. When you're a barbershop owner, you're responsible for everybody. Mm-hmm. It's like a mother with like trying to raise
a couple of young.
We're boys. We're sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Like we're good and stuff and everything, but we're men, so we make them. We got hair everywhere. You got to clean all that up. You know what I'm saying? Our moms are not here to clean that up for us. So being a shop owner, you have to do that. That's part of your
like even if
that's part of your you have to do
when
it.
You're a barber, you're a psychologist, you're a comedian, you're your best friend, you're also a maid.
Yep,
that's true.
You got, or butler, whatever. You gotta do all that, man.
Man, you just got
comes with the territory.
Yep, it comes with it.
I think they trust us more than
that's what I say, man.
You guys ready to get your hands dirty?
Having a good team, man. Having a good team around you, man.
That's what it
positive
takes.
Vibes.
Positive vibes only.
Yep.
No negative vibes. If you have negative vibes in your barbershop by some person, that person shouldn't be in your barbershop. As an owner, that person shouldn't be in your barbershop because that person is gonna spook away a couple of your customers. It might be more than a couple.
Might spook away a couple of your other barbers, man.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Keep everything positive,
energy, man.
It ain't just a bad haircut that could stop somebody to come back to your establishment. That could be the least of it. I know barbers that are nice, man. Yeah. Nice.
Sometimes
people tell me all the time, yo, I hate going there. Wow. I wouldn't have to get my hair cut 2 hours, always on his phone, this and that. Always smoking, like I hear it, bro.
And it's as an experience as being a barber shop owner as well. Sometimes you have your barbers and they'll come in with something happened to them throughout the morning or whatever, and they'll come in with a negative attitude. And that negative attitude could sometimes spread to the rest of your guys in the shop. Sometimes as a barber, take that person outside one-on-one, try to bring him down, and talk to him and bring the positive out of him too, because you don't want that to be in the shop all day. Because not only would it be with the employees, it's going to be with the customers as well. Because sometimes that person has so much negativity with what happened in his personal life, and he's sitting on that chair and he's transporting that over to the client as well. Sometimes he's just like, he's not in the mood to cut hair, but he's treating the client that he had for like months, and he just finished making that client, and he'll treat him a certain way that day, And sometimes as a shop owner, you want to take that person, calm him down, take him out to eat, do something that's going to bring the positivity and make the rest of his day much easier, and then he could go back to his problem and go back to it with positivity. But you're changing that person's life. That's also your responsibility, because this here, having your folks in the shop, that's your family as well. That becomes your family, not just your friends. It becomes your family.
You spend most of the time with them.
Yeah, I spend more than your own family.
Yeah, more than my wife, man. Listen, I want to say something too. Shout out to all the good barbers, man. Barbers that take, not barber owners, barbers that work in barbershops and they take care of their barbershop like if it was theirs. Shout out to those people, man, because without them, the barbershop would not be possible as a whole. The barbershop
treat
as a whole.
as if it's yours.
That's what I'm saying. Shout out to those barbers that take care of the barbershops just like if they was theirs. You know what I'm saying? Because without them, it wouldn't be possible.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a question here. Why all barbers use caps? They are sale cut and style, don't you?
Wait, what?
Why all barbers?
We don't understand the last part though, but he said why all barbers
hats?
Use hats? Yeah, caps. He says caps.
I mean,
I'm not cutting my hair because I'm running off of dreads, so I'm not trying to look like this.
Some guys, some barbers are so basic that this is what happens. So we gotta hide the wow.
Yo, it's just
I don't even wear hats no more.
It's just like mechanics. Yeah, it's just like mechanics. Sometimes mechanics, they cars be all fucked up and they're not trying to fix them.
Because they know.
Yeah. Make it run.
Barbers is the same way, man. Sometimes we so busy with other people, we don't got time to be, do our own stuff. But me personally, I don't even wear hats when I'm working. When I'm in the barbershop, I don't wear hats.
I do.
It's our day off.
On my day off,
I'm
always wearing hats.
We got our This is how we feel. This is how we
So
want.
I agree with that.
This is my headband. I'm sorry.
That's how
Sometimes it's
what we
good
look like
to-
on our off
yeah.
days. You know.
Sometimes it's good not to wear hats because then you can show off the hairstyle you got. You know, sometimes that
What?
a client will walk in and he'll see your hairstyles and he'll want it.
Yeah.
I had that with
Yeah.
You want
That's
this?
super
I got
clean.
you.
Get the fill.
That's super clean.
That's enough.
Yeah. No,
That's the number one. That's the number one on the
This is
list.
2 days old right now. So.
That might even be
yeah.
free.
Yeah, sometimes you know, clients,
Sometimes I do that.
there's clients that walk into your shop, they don't know what they're looking for, and sometimes they'll look at the barber because remember barbers. I don't know if you remember back from the 80s when hip hop first started. Barbers were very important to the hip hop game, man.
Popular.
Why?
We still
Because
are.
we still are.
still-
We're important to
Yes.
every. I can't even explain
Everything.
how important.
Just the whole fashion
You're right.
industry.
You're right.
everybody.
You're right.
Because
Yo,
we
We
listen,
have
are
a barber
important to
swag.
That's why
everything.
We have a
DJ,
swag.
If you have an
DJ Khaled
interview,
just made a video with JC the barber, I think it is.
Yeah.
The Capital One.
Uh-huh.
And it's
oh,
even-
Cali.
matter of fact, even Apple. Didn't
Shout out
Apple
DJ
made
Khaled.
a
Yeah, yeah.
commercial with the
Yeah.
portrait
Yeah.
mode?
Now they got
they
HBO
know.
with LeBron on
Yo,
the
all these
barbershop.
commercials.
Yeah.
The point to
Barber-
this
Every time
is
people
that
do a commercial, they have a barber there.
the fashion
cleaning
industry
people up
really
for-
looks at us
We are
because
important.
we're the one creating the style for this person. Let's say, for instance, like Gabby had Khaled. So Khaled had to call Gabby, and Gabby, you know, he has to have a consultation. Oh, this is gonna look good on you. Just for an example. So you have people who come into the shop and they're looking what they don't know what they want, but you have to consultate with them and let them know. Listen, this is your type of face. Some people have oval, triangular, square, rectangle. So you have to give them a cut that's gonna go with
What
their
is
face.
it? 7 different shapes, right?
Legs, yeah. Like
Yeah,
7 different shapes. Triangular, rectangle, angle, square.
Man, I miss school.
oval.
I used to have fun in school.
So
I have fun too.
like
When I
we were saying
learned
on the
something, I
last
was cocky.
podcast, not everybody can rock a fade.
Walking around with the
So
book like a bike.
you got to look at this person. You got your corporate people. You got your hip hop, your
I don't
break
listen.
dancers. You got your dancers. You got artists. You
Believe
got
me,
people that work in
even
different industries.
even the most important
Like he
day
said,
Yeah.
when you get married.
Married.
You
Oh,
need
man.
us.
Yeah.
You need us,
Even
barber.
people who are
I gotta
coming
do
into the shop,
contracts
they get-
when it's a
So
marriage.
you gotta
bro.
give them that certain style of cut so it can fit what that person is either gonna go work in, or that person is gonna go model, or you know what they're doing throughout their journey in their life. So you want that haircut to fit their lifestyle. That's one thing with us barber. People look at us too, and especially the fashion industry or just hip hop guys. Sometimes you don't know if you have a rapper that comes in here, man. And we
It
don't know who's
happened.
sitting-
Khaled called
Yeah.
over here.
You don't
It
have
happened.
sometimes people sit in your
Ceramic
chair and you don't know
blades,
who they
baby.
are, man. You
Yeah.
can have
ceramic
lawyers,
blades.
all types of folks sit in your chair and you don't know, but you're given sometimes I look at people and I look at how they're dressed. That gives me a sense of what they're looking for and what style I'm gonna put in their hair.
Yep.
You know,
You could do it
that's
that
very
way.
important. I learned that in the city. I learned that in New York because I used to work in a fashion district. And
Someone
I
comes
learned
in with a
that-
suit, they ain't gonna get a design.
They ain't gonna get no
They're not
design.
getting a mohawk.
They're not getting a Rob the original
Nah.
portrait back there, man. I gotta give that guy a corporate look. You know, whether it's a comb over, a slick back, a pushback, whatever you want to call it. You're definitely not gonna fade him, a skin fade or none of that. You're gonna give him like a 2 and number 3. You know, you're gonna give him that right look so he can look good for what he's gonna do throughout his day. So, and then my other point was, us barbers, we have style. Where sometimes in a barber shop, Phil is a guy he looks like he loves sneakers and all that. You're always gonna see him with fresh sneakers. So people are gonna be looking at him like, oh man, look at those sneakers. Where you got those sneakers? You know, you're inspiring somebody to get a certain look too as well.
Nike. I'm a Nike guy. Everything's
Nike. Where
I
you
wear,
at?
I'm a sneakerhead, a true
Everything's
sneakerhead.
Nike.
I wear every kind of sneaker, every sneaker,
See?
man. The only sneaker I don't wear is Yeezys. Don't
I don't know about those.
come
man.
don't come at me with that bullshit.
So yeah,
Get your beer for Christmas.
You heard Ye?
I'm throwing them shits away.
No,
yeah,
Ye?
man. Guys,
Why? He
too,
made
if you
America
want to
great
tune
again.
in real quick to Hair Chopperz with a Z radio podcast
Yeah, it's 1
on
o'clock,
YouTube.
so-
Subscribe.
Everybody.
Yeah, we're
That
about
was our
to.
show
We're
for
gonna
today,
leave it. We're
man.
gonna leave it here, man.
Yeah.
Hope you guys have fun.
We
Remember,
appreciate-
December 10th is our last podcast of the year.
Wait.
Go to
No,
keynotebarber.com.
I'm not even gonna say that. We're gonna sneak one in.
Please.
You want to sneak one in?
We're gonna
Please.
sneak one in. it's the last Monday of the year, but right before the year ends, I want one more.
One more? All
Yeah,
right.
we're gonna.
Yeah,
we're gonna make it happen.
We gotta make.
We gotta make it happen for you.
I'm down for every Monday. I'm crazy like that. So.
Yeah, me. You
Yeah,
just
but the next,
you just call me up and I'm here.
the
Man.
next following.
The next one's December 10th.
Yes, and then after that, what do we
Then
have?
after
That's next
The
week.
17th.
Después viene Santa Claus.
Yeah,
No
it's
se
Santa Claus.
Then it's
We're gonna
Santa
be
Claus.
working 7 days a week, pretty
Mhm.
much, man, with this Christmas.
We'll get you the date. So we're gonna do a special podcast. We'll do the Christmas edition for you guys. Get you that Christmas gift for you guys. Also go to KinoTheBarber.com. He has all supplies for you: black mask, ceramic blades.
Kino, Kino.
He has the mini ring lights. Those are awesome for your station, especially when you're doing IG lives
they
or
sold
photos.
out, but they're coming.
They're sold out, but they're coming. You heard it from.
They're always
from
selling out. That's
They're
a
selling
good
out.
thing.
That's
So
a
go
good
to
thing.
It's a
Kino.
good thing.
And he has a lot.
You should have a pre-order button, so that way they can pre-order for you.
He'll work on it. He'll
work
work
on
on
it.
it.
working on it.
He's gonna
Just
have
DM
it.
him. Just hit him on the DM.
Right there, but I'm working on it.
Hit him on the DM. You get that. Also, shout out to Dream Team Cuts, our sponsors.
Human
Sorry
Fur.
I couldn't get Dream Team Cuts today on the live like I wanted to, but he's down in Pennsylvania and he doesn't have good reception.
Thank you to Macho and MVP Barbershop.
Thank you to MVP. They're 1978 Park Street. You
Chef
want to head
the
over there, show
Barber.
some love. Chef the Barber, Sharp Image
Sharp Image.
Barbershop in Sprott, Connecticut.
Southside Barbershop.
Hit up his shop for a cut before going gambling at Foxwoods or Mohegan
Before.
Before. There you go. Before. Yeah.
And what's the location again?
36 Main Street, Sprague, Connecticut.
There you go.
If you GPS it might come up as Baltic for sales. It's weird like that, but it's there.
So
Where you at,
we'll
Mike?
get the Christmas edition.
1978 Park Street, Hartford,
I'm gonna play
Connecticut.
that number
Or
tonight.
just go into their accounts, like Chef the Barber. You got it right there on his account. Bio.
And we're gonna be having hoodies also, MVP hoodies, just like that, without the address. MVP. So if you feel like an MVP, you good. You know what I'm saying?
MVP performance on everything.
Go on Sharp Image Barbershop CT on Instagram or Sharp Image Barbershop on Facebook. And we're also going to be having some apparel as well. Yeah.
And then Phil and I, you could visit us at 643 Franklin Avenue.
463.
463
Franklin Avenue.
463 Franklin Avenue, Southside Barbershop.
Yep.
Hartford, Connecticut. So you can visit us there. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you again to our sponsors, Dream Team Cuts and Human Fur. Thank you to Macho from MVP Performance, Chef the Barber from Sharp Image, Connecticut. And make sure to visit KinoTheBarber.com for all
and
your
remember, share, subscribe. Whoever do that the first one to do
share,
it.
Subscribe.
Whoever
comment. This is gonna be on YouTube forever. So leave a comment so we can jot down your name.
and a t-shirt.
You're gonna get 2 ceramic blades, white and black, and a free Human Fur t-shirt. So make sure to subscribe, hit that bell notification,
And I'm gonna give away an MVP shirt too.
Oh, yeah, look at that
baseball team. Baseball
and an
team.
MVP t-shirt.
Oh,
look at that. Listen, subscribe, pass this along, tag it, hashtag, please.
So
Here, Chopperz Radio.
Whoever hit the most subscribe.
Whoever hits the most subscribes and leaves the comment, we're gonna choose from the comments as we see it on YouTube.
Okay,
and then from there we'll jot the names on a little paper and we'll throw it inside the jar. Whoever's name pops out, then that's the winner.
That's true.
I got the.
You know what? We're gonna throw it. I'm gonna give out five t-shirts.
We're gonna do
Look
that
at that.
on the next
5
slide.
t-shirts before the next.
I might give out some shirts.
5 t-shirts.
Sharp Image is putting in
Christmas around the corner, you know. So
all right, fellas.
All right,
everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you everybody, for being here.
Hey, Chopperz.
Hey, Chopperz Radio.
Here, Chopperz.
All right. Can we all have like a food pub? Food like
right here.